What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Spooky Story Time. I'm your host, Leo, and today we're going to talk about an encounter I had with a ghost. Now, I'm not one to say ghosts do or don't exist. After this story, maybe it can help you. It may give you some context. It might help you decide if they're real or not. I believe in demons. I believe in angels. I believe in spirits. But ghosts, wandering ghosts that just don't know what to do with their lives, I feel that every ghost is a spirit and every spirit knows what they're doing. If it's malevolent or if it's for good, I feel like they know what they're doing. Now, before I begin, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, hit that notification button. Tell everybody about the spooky channel. We will be amping up the videos of this spooky channel just because I feel like I've been filming a lot of good content. So hopefully you guys are liking everything you're seeing. Tell everybody about the spooky channel. I did get a new coffee cup for spooky story time. I normally have a Baby Yoda cup. Actually, I did get another Baby Yoda cup. It was a gift from some beautiful people that I work with in Utah. Yoda best. This is really cute. But when I do say spooky story time, when I do tell spooky stories, we're gonna be drinking from this cup. I feel like we're such in brand right now. Ghosts. Are they real? Are they not real? Do ghosts haunt the house? Is it a demon haunting the house? Is there demonic influences? Well, after this story, let me know what you think about demons and ghosts and angels and all this stuff. I've always been a friendly person, always, since I was a kid. Everybody in my house, actually my sister, my brother, my mom and dad, we're very friendly people. So my neighbor loved me, but didn't love my brother, or didn't even like my brother that much because he would skate in her front yard with all the neighbor kids. And he probably did this just to piss her off, not gonna lie. But I will always come in and be like, hey, let's call her Mrs. Diana. Can we leave Mrs. Diana's yard alone because she's kind of old? Point being is that I got older and she got older and she started to get sick and ill and she couldn't really go down from her room to the second floor and people will come and take care of her. One thing led to another and she was bedridden, but her room was on the second floor overlooking the front street, the streets and the alleyway that my house is on. And every night or every morning she would be there looking out the window, kind of just looking at the scenery and just enjoying the view. And I will wave hi to Mrs. Diana. Hi, Mrs. Diana. And she'd be like, hello, Leo. And, in a very slow, broken voice, because she's sick and old. I remember one night, late at night, I got home, I think from a church service, a youth night. I don't remember, but it was late. It was like 2, 3 in the morning. I parked my car, started walking down the alleyway to get to the front yard where my house is. I opened the gate. As I opened the gate, I see Mrs. Diana. And I look at Mrs. Diana. I'm like, hi, Mrs. Diana. She's like, hi, Leo. And I'm like, I'll see you later. She'd be like, yes, have a good night. And I went to sleep. Now, this is 2, 3 in the morning. I didn't really realize that, but it was late. It was late AF. And I'm like, maybe she's just having a moment. She wants to look outside, no offense. But I was like, maybe her time is coming and she notices, she realizes it, and she just doesn't want to be left alone. She wants to enjoy everything she has around her before her time comes. I don't know. So I get into my room, not this room. I used to sleep in a different room. I don't remember if I was sleeping in the room that's in this right in front of us or in the room that's in the what used to be my office. Whatever. I go to sleep. Next morning, I wake up and my mom is like, hey, did you hear the news? And I'm like, what? As I get up and I'm making breakfast because I'm a breakfast person. I'm a big breakfast person. I'm making breakfast. I don't know if I'm making eggs and bacon and probably some avocado toast, something I always do every morning. My mom was like, hey, Mrs. Diana, did you hear the news about Mrs. Diana? I'm like, no, what about her? And she's like, well, I don't know how to tell you. And I'm like, what? Like, I saw her last night. She said hi to me. And my mom just stays frozen. Like, what do you mean she said hi to you? I'm like, yeah, I said hi to her. And she said, see you later. And I was like, good night. And my mom was like, well, they found her body. They found her dead body in her room today in the morning. And I'm just like, damn. That sucks. And I'm like, man, I was the last one to see her alive. But then my mom drops the next sentence. Even though they found her body today, she's been dead for 5 days. What? She's been dead for 5 days? I just said hi to her last night. My mom was like, no, she's been dead for 5 days. Well, your dad went to go talk to the police officer. They came to ask us any questions about her. She was missing. They did a wellness check and she's been dead for 5 days. I kid you not, family, that I did not know if I was extremely tired that I hallucinated Mrs. Diana or I saw a ghost. And Mrs. Diana just wanted to say bye to me before she officially left to the beyond. I don't know about ghosts. Like I said, everywhere I've gone, there's always a ghost story. Oh, a haunted house, haunted school, haunted this, a ghost, vengeful ghost wants to get back to the person that drowned them, that killed them, etc., etc. But if Mrs. Diana's ghost wanted to say bye to me, it was a nice ghost. It was a happy ghost. It's crazy. Have y'all having any encounters with any ghosts? Have y'all spoken to a ghost. Apparently I had a conversation with a ghost. I said hi and I said goodnight to a ghost, and I was the last person to technically see the spirit of Mrs. Diana. Scientifically, ghosts are not proven or debunked, so as well as spirits and demons and angels. I am not afraid, to be honest, to walk down that alleyway. Now, I'm not one to be afraid. Like I'm telling you, I walk down that alleyway every night, and I think about Mrs. Diana and the fact that I said hi to her and her ghost was like, "Whoo, goodbye, I'll see you later," and I never saw her again. No, but the fact that maybe she was sad and she was alone and she didn't want to leave this earth. You know, her body was dead for 5 days. Nobody knew of her. Nobody came up to check up on her. It took almost 5 days for someone to be like, "Hey, Mr. Police Officer, this friend I know, Mrs. Diana, she's been MIA for 5 days. Can you go check up on her? And oh, and by the way, she's really old, and you know, she's very sick as well." It's more of a sad ghost story than a happy or spooky ghost story, because I feel like this person, Mrs. Diana, she just left this earth without saying hello or goodbye to anybody, and that really breaks my heart. With that being said, I'm gonna end this spooky story time episode right here. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, hit the notification button. Have you had any encounters with any kind of ghosts? Let me know in the comments section, and I'll see you guys in another episode of Spooky Story Time. Bye!